Nhlanhla?
Yes, but it's Stuart.
Really, really good to have you in Plett.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming again.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me, why did you choose to come back to Plett?
Number one, the first time here in Plett with memory, I felt the love, felt the warmth of the audience, and I felt the warmth of the whole space. Plett is just so special. And for me, being a Zulu, born in Durban in the Indian Ocean, which is quite warm, and now living in Cape Town, and it's very cold. You go in the ocean this big, then you come out this small. So when I got here, I said, wow, like Indian Ocean is warm. Yeah, I can go in myself and come out myself. Then I definitely want to come back. And two, then I had a beautiful opportunity of working with the company called the Lunchbox Theatre.
Oh, I've heard of them.
Yes, yes, and it was just one amazing journey for me, and I've fell in love more and more and more and more with Plett, and I'm sure it's not the last time, and I'm still going to work with that company. So yes, yes, yes.
So the other two productions you brought here were in ensemble productions. You worked with two other actors in both of those, and actually more with Memory.
Memory, yes.
This is a one-man show. Is it your first one-man show you've done?
No, my first attempt one hand was a 20 minutes working on the clearing aliens on the mountains.
Okay.
That was with the Parks Board in Cape Town, and that was my first one. But it was more fun. It was a Raiders kind of style, and for African class Morgan style. So it was quite fun. It was just a story of just, hello guys, we've got alien vegetation here. It's not from Africa, it's not from South Africa, and it's drinking a lot of water, take it away. So it had not depth, the one that I'm carrying in this
Whereas this one most certainly does.
Yeah.
I'm interested to know what inspired you at this point in your life to tell this story, which we believe is an autobiographical story, and a very, very powerful one at that. What is it about the phase of your life now that motivated you to say, it's time to tell this story?
Yeah, it's a tough one. Let's go through it. This is a second Man Dog. It's not like number two or something like that, but it's the second time I'm doing it. The first one was directed by Matthew Wild, and I think it was 2005, and produced by Siasanga and Artscape. That was the first one. The reason why I did the first one was the rate of suicidal cases. It was a time when universities were facing a problem with suicide. Especially in December, the last years, when it's time to go home and say to your parents, all these years you've sent me to university and all that money you've paid, I failed. So it was hard for them to go and say, I came to Cape Town, I went to Johannesburg, I've been in Grahamstown, Ross University, but I was just playing around and all of stuff. I felt I can't face you, then let me just take away my life. And then I was touched by that, and I said, I had an opportunity. I was exposed to a lot of dangers. I was exposed to a lot of horrifics of life. And I had a choice of a suicide also, but I didn't. Why? Because I felt that I was touched by love. Then I said, let me talk about this so that people know it's not their fault. It's not the end of the day. There is nothing as heavy or sin that can never be forgiven. They are your parents. If they love you, they will accept you. They will accept the failures and still embrace you as the child. Then that's the reason why I did the first one. And number two, another reason was that I was going through a hard time myself. I was married, and my marriage was going on the rocks, and nothing was pinning together. I was holding things, and things were just slipping on my hands. And then I said, it is because of my past. So there was, in my life, I've always been blaming my past, my upbringing, as an excuse of anything wrong that was happening then. Then I needed to face that. I needed to confront those demons inside me. So the only way I could have confronted those demons is talking about them on stage as a healing mechanism. But that one was much more of an identity crisis. At who am I in terms of the family context? Because I didn't understand who am I. I didn't understand why my stepdad treated me like that. I didn't understand why my mother never protected me. I didn't understand my grandmother. I didn't understand anyone. Why I was alone, but I come from a family. Why I was alone. Then I just needed to know who am I in the family context. Then a few years down the line, then I said, now I'm a man, now I'm grown, and now things are happening in my life. I've got a daughter who I said, please, my baby, abstain, finish school, you know where I come from. And now suddenly she's got a child, and she wanted to commit suicide. My little Zindle wanted to commit suicide because she was scared that dad is now going to find out that she's pregnant. And yeah.
So right back to the first story that you told. Yeah.
Yes. So I said, wow, it's happening to me now. Now I needed to understand that as a parent, I got my firstborn who was in prison, serving for 10 years. That's my failure. I'm holding myself as a father. I said, yo, you're a father, you failed this boy. And I need to say, it's not my fault. He had his own choices. I need to face that. So this one is much more, who am I in the world and who am I in the universe? And claiming my own life and saying, I'm the one to declare who I want to be. I'm not made out of anything. It's what I want to be. And also again is to, it's a concern and a worry. We have the grant, social grant, child support thing from the government. And now you go to villages and young girls are sleeping around with anyone. They don't care. As long as they're going to get pregnant, get a child, and they apply for the birth certificate, then they can go and get the money and get the child support grant for the child that they just dump with the grandmother and they disappear. And you've got an influx of the people outside the borders, and others with good intentions and others with bad intentions, others who are here for a visa. And for you to have a South African visa, you need to be married to somebody. And after being married, then you declare your citizenship. Then after that, then you can apply for a visa. Then you can go to New York, you can go to wherever you want to be. And what happens to those children that are born in that case? Children that are not born out of love. It's scary. Yeah. It's scary.
But it's interesting because you're talking about how this is very much a personal healing process for yourself, but also just through the medium of theatre, you're also healing the audience. And you're obviously playing to a very huge, diverse range of audience members. I mean, coming here to Plet, for example, and maybe playing in Cape Town and going to Grahamstown, there really is a big range of audience members. Yes. So tell me, what are the sort of universal themes that you find that reach across all cultures, all ages, all genders, all elements of society?
It's family. It's love within the family. Bridging the gap, the young and the old. That's the universal thing. It's the lack of a fatherly presence within the family. It's reaching everyone. Sometimes you say your father is here every day, but there is no relationship. Your father is working, and when he comes home, then it's only that hour where he needs to change, wash, and he goes to sleep. Yeah. He's there, but where are you with him? Where are you with him? We are so caught into a whole lot of things. It's life. Life is challenging. We need to go out and work. We don't raise our children. Somebody else raises our children on our behalf while we're working. His child is being raised by a teacher at school. It's been raised by a person that you are paying, a nanny at home that you are paying to do the job. But they don't plant your heart and your dream about your family, about your child. They don't plant that. So it's the lack of the fatherly figure within the family context. So that is a universal thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think it's so incredibly powerful. So your journey from here, when you're going to Grahamstown, tell us a bit about that. It's your second year there. You won some awards there last year, didn't you?
Yes.
So you're going to aim for some more again this year?
I don't know if they will. They will award the same show every year. I don't know. But last year, yes, it was it was quite scary going to Grahamstown with a man and a dog, and which gave me a big shock. In fact, I did not believe it when I was driving up to Durban. Suddenly, I get a call that, oh, Nhlanhla, you've actually won a silver.
Sure.
I said, wow, how did it happen? Out of so many shows, and there was a beautiful theatre last day in Grahamstown, and a one-hander and a dark story. It's not a ha-ha story. There's a little bit ha-ha in the beginning, then it turns very, very quickly, then starts striking your heart. And then, and the one-hander, I said, wow, and me, this is the second best award. We've got a gold, then a silver. I won the best. I cried. I stopped the car. Then I lit my cigarette. Then I cried, which is what I do in the show anyway. Yeah. So it wasn't quite strange. So that was a big achievement. That was a really big achievement.
I think it shows how loudly the truth speaks, because that's what the story is about. It's about your truth, you know, and you put it across. You can't help but put it across so clearly because it is your truth.
Yes.
So where are you performing in Grahamstown, and where can people see you?
Now we're back in Grahamstown. I've been invited by the Cape Town Edge. And I'm in the Cape Town Edge, which is Princess Alice in African Street. And the show is daily at 11:30 from the 30th until the 9th. I'm not doing the 10th, thank you. I'm so happy. Yeah, so that's where I will be. So if you're around, please come by.
Highly recommend.
Yes, highly recommend. Come by. It's a must see.